And welcome to another edition of NerdFlow Podcast. This is issue 143 of NerdFlow. This is the podcast all about nerding out on the latest and greatest of all things comics, anime, video games, pro wrestling, you name it, we talk about it. What's up, family?
What's going
on? Everybody staying safe, aside from myself.
Trying.
At least I thought I was. And then, yeah. Man, I swear though, like this younger generation gonna jack us all up.
Yes.
Of their will to want to just do nothing but party. Oh, nobody's gonna stop me. It's my rights, and I'm going to look. Sit your ass in the house.
All right. For those of you who know me for the longest. Just be honest. If you know me, you know that I've always been a man of science and reading, right?
Mm-hmm. I know you're good in science, yeah.
Huh?
I said, I know you're good in science, yeah.
All right, so this is my reasoning behind stuff. Like when it comes to people and them not wanting to believe scientists, like them throwing science right out the window. All right, so they come out, oh, if they come with a vaccine, I'm not going to take the vaccine. They just trying to chip us and whoop-de-whoop. Okay, so if they wanted to chip our asses, they could have did it back in the day when we was getting chickenpox vaccines, when we was getting measles vaccines, all the vaccines that we needed to get into school. Am I right or wrong?
Really?
Yeah.
Because the technology was out there. If they wanted to track us and chip us, they could have did it back then. And then my biggest issue with people, especially the people that be saying it that we know, you don't trust doctors, you don't want to trust doctors. But as soon as you get a venereal disease and you pissing out flames or growing warts in unfamiliar places and you itching and shit, you run into the doctor, you trust his ass then.
Yeah.
So I just want people to stop being stupid. Like, you can't, stop being stupid, man, because you had the same vaccines I had, and shit happened to you all this time, but all of a sudden you want to start, you heard of YouTube video, and you're like, oh, yeah, man, it's not right. But if I say that humans are the birth of the human race was developed by aliens that came here millions of years ago and made us, then you gonna swear I'm being blasphemous because they don't work with your psyche and what you was raised to learn, raised and taught.
I think I know who you talking about anyway. But like, who was you raised by? Anyway, yeah,
I ain't talking about nobody in particular. Like,
I know some particulars that some friends of ours that like I'd be wondering like, bro, what made you start thinking this way? But that's here not there.
But I'm just saying though, man, like they're picking and choosing. They're just like how I hate to see people pick and choose what they choose to call a sin. Like, you want to say I'm being sinful, but you walking around eating seafood and wearing blended fabrics. That's a sin too.
All right, man. Let's get into things. We are on social media, of course. We got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, NerdFlow Podcast. Search either one of them, and you can follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff on either of those platforms. And in addition to that, we also got the YouTube channel. We are about to hit the 50 mark for subscribers. Please make sure if you listen to the show or anything of sorts. And these shows are live on Springer every single Sunday at 10 p.m. Central Time. These shows hit the YouTube channel immediately after we're done recording, literally minutes after we're done. And if you just, swagging out and you just got YouTube Premium, you can listen to us on there with no video. And we got the Facebook group popping off, facebook.com/group/nerdflow is where you can join our community group. And we got Teespring popping off. We got Mask over there. We got classic NerdFlow t-shirt with the scratch logo, all that good stuff over there. So all those links and all that good stuff will be in the description of the show. And we also got superhero stuff popping off. Click the superhero stuff affiliate link, and if you're looking to buy some stuff off of the site, use our link, and when you check out, you will help the show out. So all right, y'all, what is let's see. So this week it's kind of light. We had the Ubisoft Forward showcase today, so we're gonna talk about that a little bit. There's some topics that we didn't get into on last week. There was some probing stuff about in relations to Hollywood with their remakes. Man, I feel like Hollywood is just pulling from the same well. Nobody's coming up doing anything creative, and if it is creative, it's probably at Sundance. You'll never see it. That type of stuff. So. Let's see. Let's kick it off with so a new Spider-Verse movie. With a Spider-Verse movie, with them having 3 Spider-Men being in the Spider-Verse movie, if there were to be live action, who would be the fan favorite?
I mean,
Andrew would probably lose out.
I posted it, and a lot of people said Tom. A lot of people saying Toby. Everybody just said screw Andrew Garfield. So
Yeah.
That sucks though, man. That really sucks. I like him as Spider-Man.
I like Andrew Garfield too. Don't get me wrong.
I feel like he's probably I go back and watch Toby, and I look at him, and it's just because how Sam Raimi wrote the original Spider-Man movies. And if you look at it kind of now compared to like Homecoming and stuff like that, kind of corny, a little bit.
Alright, so my thing with Tobey was, the thing with Tobey Maguire was, they was like, they was trying to get Tobey to be a kid when he was already grown, because the first Spider-Man, he was still supposed to be kind of like a kid, probably like a senior in high school, something like that. But, you know, and then Andrew Garfield was pretty much the college version of Peter. So, like, Toby was the high school and college version. Andrew Garfield was, like, basically just, like, college version. Mm-hmm. And then you get back around to Tom, and
he's the high school version again.
Well, actually, Andrew was strictly high school.
Wait. Yeah, wasn't he high school?
That's right. Andrew was high school. He was high school and then went to
college. High school.
And then went to college in the second movie. That's right.
Yeah. Toby the only one that went to college. Toby was the only one that went to college.
Okay. Well, I had that wrong. Okay. I know somebody went to college. Yeah. But like with Toby, it's just like it's like with Toby with all 3 Spider-Man movies, they actually aged him some. With Andrew, with his movie, he was pretty much, you know, in his 2 movies, he was pretty much stuck in the same age, kind of, sort of. Yeah. And with Tom, he's still, like, you can actually see, you know, it's like they're taking the Toby route, but at a slower pace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was about to say with Andrew, they was like a punk. Like, not like a punk, but like he wasn't nerdy, like.
Yeah, like Andrew Garfield was the more sarcastic Peter, not the real nerdy.
Yeah. Some people, in some circles, if you hear it, like they like, well, Andrew Garfield played the asshole Spider-Man, but it's like,
Andrew Garfield was.
Andrew Garfield was the like with his movies, I can honestly say bad casting on the villain side messed his movies up.
Yeah, the like the origin of like where a lot of the villains were coming from, like the whole goblin thing. Was it cancer? Yeah. Was it radiation? Like, what was it? Like, why is this dude dad sick?
if anybody knows the truth behind the Goblin serum is that, you know, Osborn was trying to make another super soldier serum.
Yeah,
you know
it's all the same. It's all the same program. Captain America, Wolverine. It's all the same program.
Right. So it's all in the same program. He was trying to make another super soldier serum, and that's how he got his powers. I mean, but like when it came to his, like with the Andrew story, it was like it just got weird because it went a whole nother route. And like my biggest issue, which I can appreciate about the Tom movies, is I was tired of the Goblin. I was tired of the Green Goblin, just to be honest about it. You did it with Andrew Garfield, you did it with, you know, Tobey Maguire. Like, you wore the Goblin out with Tobey Maguire. And I was just like, if you're going to do the Goblin, y'all know I preach this, go and do the Hobgoblin, be through with the Goblins.
Well, the rumor is we might be getting Hobgoblin, and it might be Ned.
I mean, I'd rather that than these horrible villains they did in that Amazing Spider-Man with Garfield. Because honestly, man, like especially part 2 with Jamie Foxx, that's probably the most forgettable villain. I didn't like the character design. I didn't like the casting, and I love Jamie Foxx.
Right.
Yeah, Electro. It was horrible. Horrible.
Like, Spider-Man got a nice role gallery. You could have went way different than Electro.
And even if you were going to do Electro, you could have did it differently, and you could have picked somebody else.
If you wanted to do electricity, you could just get shot. He was known in Electro.
Hold up, didn't Black Cat appear in one of the movies?
She was supposed to. Nah, she was supposed to. You talking about
She cameoed.
She cameoed as Harry's assistant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But she wasn't a recognizable person, so it wasn't. They didn't even really elaborate on it. It was like, oh, here's Felicia passing through.
I guess they were hoping to do that with future movies, but we all see how that turned out.
I felt like the Amazing Spider-Man was when Gwen died. I felt like the third movie was going to bring Spider-Gwen. I had a feeling that Whatchamacallit was just because she's such a bigger. I think she's a bigger. The girl Whatchamacallit that played her is a bigger character than a bigger actress than Andrew Garfield.
Emma Stone.
Yeah, if I feel Emma Stone could have pulled off Spider-Gwen.
I can see it too.
Oh yeah.
Now, what I could appreciate though is that they stepped away from the Mary Jane story, and went to Gwen Stacy's story.
Yeah,
because you got to think about it, as the 3 females Spider-Man really dealt with was Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy, and he dealt with Felicia Hardy.
Yeah, which all were superheroes except Mary Jane. I said all were superheroes except Mary Jane.
That's the story I'm ready to see, is him trying to deal with Mary Jane and Felicia Hardy at the same time.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the story the story they've yet to try to give us. Like they have him. Like I think Tom would probably be the best one to kind of pull off like the Playboy thing and like juggling like 2 different females. I think it would probably be him more than anybody. He could definitely pull it off as being Spider-Man.
Over Toby?
Over Toby.
Who was that guy?
Toby was not that guy. He was. Let's not talk about that emo scene. Dancing down the street looking like a freaking.
I mean, just him, how he come off, I don't know, but maybe you're right.
Was like the PDP of making Tobey Maguire whine too damn much.
Yeah.
I think Toby. The only reason why Toby was popular the way he was because it was nothing like that, like Spider-Man out then.
Yeah, we have nothing to compare him to.
That's what I'm stuck on. I'm more MCU than comic book, so that kind of when they put out that Amazing Spider-Man series, it just was lost on me. I don't know.
No, I like how the idea and the concept behind like some of the stuff they were trying to do with the Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. Like the idea, yeah. Like the ideas, like what they were trying to do, what you call it as like Rhino. Yeah. It was a. I mean, I didn't really get the idea that it was a mech suit, but I heard it was supposed to end up being a mutation at some point after that, and some other stuff. It's just they never really gave a lot of. They kind of like just like, oh, they're villains and they're bad and they just did stuff and they turned into this stuff and so they don't like Spider-Man, and just like, I need to know why though. You're not telling me anything.
Yeah, I remember when they cast Topher Grace as Venom.
Okay, next subject.
Bro, no, they cast Paul. They cast Paul Giamatti. They cast Paul Giamatti as Rhino, bro. Come on.
That was the downfall of Spider-Man too.
I didn't really have a problem with him.
When I see Eric get up there, I was just like, "Yo, that's Eric from this '70s show."
Right.
Then when I saw
bro, when I heard about the casting, I was just like, "I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it."
I was just like, I said, "You can saw this right now. Just go get Red and let Red say he gonna put his foot up his ass." Movie over.
Like I'm like this boy. I even said it. I was like, unless this boy is about to be finna hit the gym like in the next 3 months and just be like, boom boom pow. Nah, bro, you ain't playing Venom.
He never did. That's what many people claim that he put on some muscle.
Where?
No, that
chick where?
He just dyed his hair blonde.
I'm telling you, me and my stepdad was talking today, man, and my stepdad was just like, and like my sister was watching Twilight, and my stepdad was like, he's supposed to be the Batman.
Here we go.
Yeah, no, man. Here we go. Here we go.
The movie was made in 2008. The boy was just starting off as an actor. He had
talking about Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, he's talking about Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
2 movies.
Leave Cedric Diggory alone.
Look, man, I told you what I told you. I told you what I told you in the messenger group earlier this week.
Gosh.
Your boy in '89, when he got casted as Batman, nobody wanted him either. Christian Bale, people doubted him too. It is in the DNA in the casting of Batman as a movie that nobody freaking likes who they cast, and then when they play the character,
all they do when they cast Batman,
and people didn't want him. People didn't want him either. Nobody wanted him either.
The top of your face up and look at your chin, and they be like, "All right, he got a fire chin, Batman."
It's like he got a booty chin, good.
Look at Joker recently.
Another one.
When people found out Joaquin Phoenix, like many people was against it, but when the movie came out, and then even the trailers leading up to the movie,
Heath Ledger, they was like, "Oh, old boy that did Brokeback Mountain? No, he can't play no Joker."
Yeah, Heath Ledger.
That's somebody I never doubted against. Like Joaquin Phoenix,
yeah, they had several weird appearances on TV shows. Yeah, you can.
People like people like that. I never bet against them when it comes to acting because mostly all their movies is good. Even Johnny Depp when he playing Willy Wonka, aka Michael Jackson, you know.
Well,
he but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain people, man. I just don't have that much faith in. Like the first dude that played Superman, or what was it, Superman Returns? Like, the whole time I'm watching the movie, I'm like, yo, dude, trash.
Well, here's the thing. The thing with that movie, okay, so here's where whatever studio, whoever did that movie, they didn't explain, at least it wasn't known to the public, of this is supposed to be, a Christopher Reeves movie. And this is why we casted Brandon Routh as this Superman. Because they put Superman Returns, it's like, we see, is he returning because this is the first time we've seen a Superman movie in goddamn forever? Or is this like the Christopher Reeves version of him, but it just because Christopher Reeves was in a wheelchair, he can't play it. You know what I'm saying? So nobody ever really explained that. And then later on, I found that out. I'm like, well, why didn't they say that shit anyway? I probably wouldn't have dogged it as bad. Still wasn't that good, but at least I would have kind of understood what they were trying to do. Because everybody, when they look at him, is like, oh, he looks like Christopher Reeve a little bit. So
yeah, he still was trash.
All right, I got an idea. So just hear me out on this. Say this Batman movie comes out, right? And I'm not saying that he might be good. I'm not saying it, but I'm just saying.
I'm just saying Shazam.
Actually, wait, hold on. If he knocks it out the park, I just want somebody to go back to these previous issues and wherever Young said that he's nothing but trash, make a compilation. That's all I just want to make a compilation of.
Oh, bro.
Hey,
out of the park.
I just want to let you know, I am so petty. I would just stick to my guns.
Trust me.
So
I will put together the compilation and play it on the show.
What about Janelle Monáe as Storm?
So Janelle Monáe is.
I could dig Janelle Monáe as Storm, but I had my pick for Storm, and that was the old girl from She's Gotta Have It. Like, I would really like to see her play Storm.
If it was a TV show, maybe.
Yeah, Janelle Monáe is kind of like right now. She's kind of like the it, like black actress right now because she's in a lot of stuff. She's on the Amazon
she
TV
killing
show.
it. She really is.
She was in Whatchamacallit's new movie, but I don't know if it ever came to a movie theater because it was what's the new movie she was in?
Oh, he's talking about Antebellum.
Yeah, she was in Antebellum, so she's kind of like that. But the thing with her is a lot of people don't know. For y'all that listeners and stuff like that, she met with what's his face? What's his name? The guy that directed Black Panther. I always say his last name wrong.
Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, that guy. She met with him at the end after the filming of Black Panther 1 because they were doing like soundtrack stuff and they was in the same studio and he pulled it to the side and he presented like, hey, the whole Storm idea that he had. So these people over here wilding out a month ago about Beyonce's gonna play Storm. Beyonce ain't playing no goddamn Storm. And
Sugar,
like
it never happened.
Like I'm cool with Janelle Monáe playing Storm. I just,
I'm open to it.
I just feel like Storm should be like my image of Storm is a really dark skinned, tall, slender woman. Like if it had been done back in the day, somebody like Iman.
Shoot, that chick from Whatchamacallit from American Gods, she's petitioning hard for it too.
Who?
There's a black chick on American Gods. I don't know her name. I've never watched the show, but she's from that show, American Gods, and I've seen pictures of her. Yeah, she could be a Storm too.
Oh yeah, she fired too.
Yeah, so I mean, either one of those would really work. I mean, y'all tripping, and Janelle Monáe already been in conversations. Up here tripping about Beyonce.
I mean, I think like the rumor came out, Beyonce went through it, and everybody was just thinking about to the last recent movie Beyonce was in, which was The Lion King, and like you don't touch another one of our favorite movies or our favorite character ever again.
She always over-singing. She always oversings. What are you talking about? This you've been hearing her voice for how long? You just realized she over-singing? She be over-singing. She be too much vibrato, dude. A lot of vibrato.
But it's just like with Beyonce, yo, sis. You know what I'm saying? We understand, you know what I'm saying? But we gonna need you to fall back.
We gonna put you on the soundtrack, but that's about it, though.
Yeah, we'll put you on the soundtrack, but we don't want you in the movie.
Yeah, because we gonna bring Kendrick Lamar back for the Black Panther 2 soundtrack because he did that shit, and then we just gonna put you on a song with Kendrick Lamar. How about that? Yeah. Cool.
And SZA.
Oh yeah.
They got a joint on that Game of Thrones soundtrack too. That's so fire. SZA, Weeknd.
Really?
Travis Scott.
Hold on. Did you say
I like to hear it.
That's what I'm saying.
Man,
Like, wait, what?
it's called Power is Power. That song is good. I'll share it in the chat.
Okay.
Hey T, I think you about like one of the ones that can appreciate this. You know what I watched on Netflix today, and I was surprised I saw it on. I watched Witches.
Like Angelica Houston Witches?
Yes, Angelica Houston Witches, because it was on.
Whoa!
And when I read across, I said, "Yo," and I was just like, "Might as well hit play."
A classic.
Wow.
That is a.
That movie still holds up to this day, though.
It does.
Yeah. I mean, because the original Addams Family movie, with Angelica Houston and old boy that played Gomez still holds up.
Yeah.
You know, Christopher Lloyd as Uncle Fester.
Uncle Fester? Yeah.
Man, because that reboot that this new generation got is garbage.
Garbage.
The thing about reboots is that if you're going to do it, you need to do it, like, on your own, like, terms. Like, don't try and recreate an oldie, because just try and do it through your perspective. Like,
Because that was the problem with Clash of the Titans that came out in 2010. They tried to make the version of Clash of the Titans that came out in 1981.
Right.
But like, so that's why Wrath of the Titans was better than Clash of the Titans. When they came out to the sequel to Clash of the Titans, Wrath of the Titans was better. But then when they came out with Immortals, like, it just put all the Wrath and the Clash of the Titans to bed, because Immortals was just dumb. Like, dumb good.
My thing is, when they came out with that Addams Family reboot, I understand that they were trying to go back to how they were originally illustrated.
Right.
But it took away the feel that I got from watching the Addams Family that I know from the 90s.
Right.
I guess that's what I was hoping to see.
I mean, that movie was halfway decent.
And see, like, with the It series, like, the It movies of today is nothing like the It movies of, like, of the 90s.
But it worked, though.
But it worked, exactly. It worked because it fit this generation's, like, this generation of, like, graphic
expectations. Their expectation of horror. Like, it really scared you, made you jump out your seat. That's what I want to see.
Right.
But with today's technology.
Hold on. So the first the original, they could have edited that movie down. Because I did a thing where I watched the original, then I watched the remake, and the original was too long.
Well, that's back then when they were like showing movies that were,
and it was in 2 parts though.
Bro, come on, the Jackson 5 movie is 7 hours long.
Yeah,
really?
I'll watch that though. I'll be there for that.
Really?
But
you really want to see Joe Jackson beat on Mike for this long?
Yes, bro. A whole workshop. I'll be there.
I think
I'll be there.
It's a 4-hour movie though. Like, it's like it came on. Like, those are TV movies though. Like, you know, with TV time, like, if you're doing a TV movie, they mostly gonna be in parts. And, like, if you sit up and then you watch them on a week-to-week basis. But, like, if you're trying to sit up there and watch that one movie in today's time at one time, it's going to seem extra long, because back then, we didn't have Netflix, Hulu, nothing like that. We had to watch the movies. And plus, that movie came on ABC. So, like, it wasn't even gory and wasn't really supposed to be like a real horror movie, because I think it's rated PG-13.
Yeah. That's why I'm excited. I'm still excited to see this Ghostbusters, like, revival.
So
like,
when is that going to even come out? Because that was pretty good this summer.
The slightest clue, but I know I'm gonna rent it. I know I'm gonna have to watch it, like, because it's not gonna be like a reboot. It's gonna be
a continuation,
and it's coming from the son. Like, you actually watched your dad create these movies, and then you have to put your take on it. Like, this is going to be so interesting to me, because it's a father-son, 2 different perspectives, but he understands the legacy because he's lived through it through his dad's eyes. Now it's his turn to live through his own eyes. So this is going to be so awesome to me. I just want to see the difference.
Man, look at Tim. Got me even more excited to see it.
One movie I wouldn't mind seeing be
You gonna
remade
call?
because of I would like to see it done in today's technology.
Right.
Is Back to the Future.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what's his name? Did that
like,
fan video?
Like hints of that with people wanting Robert Downey Jr. and Tom
Yeah, I was
Holland
just about to say that.
to do Back to the Future.
I wouldn't mind that either. I think that would be, but like
oh man, Tony would do. Robert, he'd be a fire, Doc Brown.
I know.
Yeah.
No, what you about Doc Brown?
Like,
Doc Brown is more eccentric. That's more like a Ted Johnny Depp character. Because Robert Downey Jr. he's the perfect asshole versus being in the
Well, he only played Iron Man for so long, and Iron Man.
No, but think about this. Think about RDJ when he played Sherlock Holmes, just with American accent, but that quirky. I think it'll work.
I think
But
it'll
he
work,
ain't
too.
like Sherlock Holmes. I just watched it. Like he's an asshole playing Sherlock Holmes. Think about it.
And then,
Okay, let me watch
and then
that again.
I think he can get in his bag and be that quirky.
With
I
Watson,
think RDJ got it in him.
girlfriend, when he was sitting at the dinner table with Watson and Watson's girlfriend, he broke down Watson, and she said, the woman said, "I insist that you read me, try to read me," and he read her down to the T. He got one thing wrong, that the man was dead, but she threw wine in his face. But the whole time he was reading her, I'm talking about he was reading her like a book. He was condescending and straight being a straight asshole the whole time.
That makes Sherlock Holmes, though. I mean, that's just Sherlock.
But I'm just
That's true. Even on the CBS TV show, Sherlock Holmes is a man. He's
a jerk. Exactly.
Straight up
even when he playing the white man, playing the black man, playing the black man, he was
dude,
an
they look like the
asshole.
other dude.
I'm the dude.
just
That is another dude and another dude.
Right. It's just something about
What do you mean, you people?
Like, it's something about Robert Downey Jr. after rehab that just said, yo, put him in a role where he plays an asshole and call it a day. Now, when he played Dr. Doolittle, it's horrible.
We're gonna talk about that.
I still have not seen that movie because
Skip.
I'm scared.
Exactly.
Skip.
2020
have not
Cats
Skip.
and Dr. Doolittle with Robert Downey Jr. in a bag.
Oh,
Skip.
Hey, also, in that same bag that we gonna put in the box and sink that bitch down to the ocean.
We should have in a rocket, bro. Straight to a black hole. That'll be safe.
You gotta throw John Henry in that bag too.
Oh yes.
Stop. Oh, my side hurt. Stop.
Oh, man. I swear.
I'm so mad at Ludacris that movie.
I saw the screenshot. I'm like, oh, Ludacris in the movie. And I'm like, and then I started seeing all the bad stuff. I'm like, oh,
God.
Y'all shouldn't have touched it.
Should
Y'all
stay
should
doing
have gave it to Disney.
doing them Fast and Furious
Like
movies.
John Henry is even more trash than Kobe Bryant and Allen Iverson rap careers.
Say what?
Whoa.
It's a low blow.
Okay.
Rap.
Moving on.
Love Kobe, love Iverson, but they rap careers, yeah, you just take them, put them in their bag, drop them bitches at the bottom of the ocean.
All the NBA players was trying to be rappers, bro.
Oh, wow.
They heard that Shaq food and they was like, man, we got to get on.
Oh yeah, put Shaq rap career in there too.
Shaq had hits. You're not gonna do Shaq.
Wow.
Shaq did.
He had hits with Wu-Tang. That was Shaq D's. Don't play with Shaq D's like that. I'm sorry.
I tell you what, we gonna put Shaq acting career in there, bitch. Then,
Yeah, put his acting career in there. But he was
that one Steel movie, bro. The one DC movie we want to see.
Shazam. Was it because of Shazam?
Steel
Steel.
And what's the Genie movie?
Oh,
Shazam.
Shazam. Not to be confused with Shazam.
Yeah, Kazam.
Yeah, Steel and Kazam. Yeah,
Shazam. Okay,
Shaq. But that's how you know. Like, when you go back and watch Space Jam is not a good movie.
Of course it's not.
It's a lot of
nice. Hey man, not too much on Space Jam.
That's why they call cult classics, man. They ain't good. Just mildly.
I gotta revisit it. Maybe it aged horribly, but I remember that being a fire movie when I was
What Space Jam?
11.
No.
Yeah.
You was
That's exactly why you thought it was fire. You 11.
I know, right? Facts.
You was 11. You was excited to see Michael Jordan, and it had a fire ass soundtrack.
And Bugs Bunny.
And
Taz.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Netflix stuff. Anybody checked out the new movie, The Old Guard, which came out this Friday?
I haven't, but I started watching the Warrior Nun. I started watching this anime called Keegan Ashura and Ninja Assassin. I started watching it also.
The Ninja Assassin is good. I think that's like an oldie. That's so good. But yeah, The Old Guard is based off. I
thought it was the old movie Ninja Assassin. I thought
it is.
I thought it was the old movie. I hadn't seen it in so many years, so when I watched it, it was just like, oh yeah, this shit dope.
Yeah, it's the same one. But yeah, Old Guard has is it Charlize Theron? I think it is Charlize Theron that's in it. Based on these basic premise based on these warriors that they can't die. But it's really good though. It's really good. We were talking about it in the what's the Black Nerd group, Planet, what you call it? We were talking about it today, and some people were saying, had anybody seen it? And then I called out that it was from a comic, and everybody just got instantly interested when they heard it was off a comic. So, one critique I will say though, with it being a movie, I feel Netflix should have. I don't know if they could have done it with Charlize Theron being in a Netflix series, but I think it would be better as a series because it's so much more they got. It's so much more they got to flesh out with the comics and all that stuff that's related to it versus how they did in the movie.
The movies I feel like they should turn into series are Scott Pilgrim and Sucker Punch. I feel like those should be TV series.
Yeah, Sucker Punch is on there too. I'm gonna go back and rewatch that just for the hell of it.
So the Old Guard is.
I love that movie.
Was that what comic company did? Was that based off or?
Old Guard? It's not Marvel or DC. It's like it's one of those one of the third
Dominion or something.
Independent. It probably was Dominion. It's actually Old Guard. Actually, is more of a graphic novel than a comic. If you want to just distinguish the two,
it was Image.
Huh?
It was Image.
Image, okay.
They did Spawn.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes right now it has 80% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. So if anybody that wants to check it out.
And I gotta get this off my chest. I finally watched all of Hamilton. I was thoroughly impressed.
All of what?
I already mixed Hamilton.
I still have not started on that.
I was thoroughly
I know.
Like royalty. Like when I say bars, I say
Hamilton.
Bars,
Yes. I watched that this week. I watched it. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. Yes, bars.
Now I'm gonna watch it.
I love that boy that plays Rainbow Brother on Blackish when he playing when he playing I forgot the French guy.
He played
not when he was playing Thomas Jefferson, when he was playing the French character he was playing. I forget his name. But like when he was rapping with that French accent, that shit was so fire. But when he was playing Jefferson, that shit was just fire.
When they was standing up doing the debate part. Oh, bro, they was like rap battle.
They were dropping bars.
Oh yeah,
like
I'm not into musicals, but I've been hearing good stuff about it.
I number one person on this show. I
Bro,
I won't, and I
Bro,
can't. But this
I'll
one,
watch
You hate
biopics
musicals
on
and
the
movies,
musicians.
like
don't you?
literally,
I don't like
been
music
bitching
and movies.
about
Yes, I
Frozen
don't. No,
and
don't like
watching the Frozen play at Disney, and I've been bitching about that shit since like forever.
You were supposed to be there.
Huh?
You weren't supposed to be there.
Well, be it well.
You actually went to go see that, or were you forced?
Like when I went to Disney a couple of years ago, I went with my family, so we like did everything. You know what I'm saying? Together.
I'll watch a music. I'll watch like a biopic on like a musician, like Ray or something like that, or the one with Eddie Mercury. But musicals, Queen, yeah. But musicals, like I tried to watch
Hamilton. I kind of like. I'll say I kind of snubbed my nose at it when I heard people talking about it, and even when Bro or something, I'm like, and then my wife puts it on, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna watch Hamilton. I'm sitting at the table, I'm just like, okay. And then when I heard the first couple lines, I was like,
though.
Huh?
You did, so you did enjoy it though.
Yeah, when I heard the rabbit part, because people can say like, oh,
they
it's
the whole show.
People tend to throw around the word urban hip hop and all that type of stuff sometimes, and some, when you hear certain stuff being reviewed and stuff like that, so it's kind of like, oh, it's rapping. Really, is it really rapping? You sure?
Oh, they put Batman mask of the.
You put keywords in there to grab certain people's attention.
Was it like Carmen a hip hop opera?
Oh no, it's better than that, bro. It's like. It's a good part. That's why I was like, at first, I'm like, bro, these people, and I started recognizing some actors in there, and I'm like, bro, some of these boys some battle rappers, because I'm like, these boys.
Like the fact, like,
killing
it took me a while to recognize that the fact that Angelica Schuyler was Misty Holloway from The Get Down. I'm like, I know this chick from somewhere.
Yeah.
And I kept.
The Get Down.
Yeah, that I had to realize that too, that she was Misty Holloway.
I was like, I was listening to her voice and looking at her face. I'm like, where I know this chick from?
Oh, the black chick? The black chick, I know her from Alter Carbon. She's what you call
but
it?
see, I recognized
they recycle a lot of them people.
Yeah,
it was a lot of actors in there.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Speaking of shows on Netflix, y'all.
What's up?
Like Anthony Ramos was from She's Gotta Have It.
Right.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Y'all save y'all. Don't watch the new Unsolved Mysteries. It's some super mid, and you will be disappointed.
I mean, some people that said they were fans of it, they said the tone and all that stuff was correct. I mean, of course, they don't have a host. So
it's like you can really watch. You can watch anything else, literally. Like it's just like a regular old documentary on Netflix about some missing.
Yeah, but like what made the original Unsolved Mysteries kind of spooky was the music in the first, and then this old dude that was the host looked like he was already at the door. So
and they tried to throw the music in on the end, and I was like, okay, but
yeah, they kind of remixed it.
Yeah,
a little bit
because he looked like. Cause like
what you call it made the show, man. He made the show what it was, and half the time you could watch Unsolved Mysteries on freaking Lifetime, and then after you get done, you don't want to go take your butt to sleep because the whole time you're thinking about like, damn, they ain't even find that dude.
The only Unsolved Mystery about that is why did I watch it? That's the only thing.
I mean, it kind of reminds you of the Crypt. Like he kind of reminds you of the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, he was our time of Crypt Keeper and a bunch of other people that did those freaking scary shows or semi-scary shows.
Because Freddy Krueger had it, like they had USA Network. Freddy Krueger had like a show like that. Wow. They only did like 7 episodes.
USA had tattooed teenagers too, but we gonna digress on that.
Yeah.
Okay. More Netflix stuff. Sabrina the Teenage Witch show has been canceled. They're gonna do one last season, I guess, to wrap up, storylines and all that good stuff. From what I heard,
yeah, that's what they said.
Okay,
all right. So I got to bring up something we finished about Netflix shows.
Okay, wait.
All right, so I've been on the argument on our community page with this guy. Talking about Ben 10 could beat Goku or Vegeta by scanning their DNA with the Omnitrix. So this is
second,
what
I thought you said something about BET, but then I heard Goku. Okay. Good.
no,
Okay.
but I said the Omnitrix.
Omnitrix.
With
Okay.
Ben 10. All right, so
You said Ben 10.
yeah, this guy honestly said Ben 10 could beat Goku Vegeta by scanning
Wait
their
a minute,
DNA.
I've heard enough.
I've seen that. It was a picture. I've seen that.
Yeah,
they
Ben 10
posted-
couldn't even control. Ben 10 couldn't even control Alien X. Plus, the Omnitrix has a time limit on it.
Bro,
So you mean
Blue Beetle can beat Ben 10?
You said who could beat Ben 10?
I said Blue Beetle can beat Ben 10.
But I'm like real talk. Like,
Beast
dude
Boy.
was like, he was basically saying this is the Batman argument, anime. I was just like, to me, in my opinion, there are very, very few American-made superheroes that can go toe-to-toe with a Japanese anime or manga hero. It's just like Japanese anime characters are just too OP for American heroes. Like when you guys Wonder Woman, Shazam, you got Wonder Woman, Shazam, Superman, shit. I mean, you can go deep into the Marvel and DC universe and find a couple of characters. But basically, everybody in Japan, even their ninjas that don't have superpowers, they just got techniques, hand American superheroes their ass.
Not Captain Marvel.
She OP, like she in the OP category with Superman now.
Mm-hmm. She'll give them a run for their money.
Like even the two dudes from Samurai Champloo, put them against any any American swordsman character, they gonna put their ass to sleep.
Yeah, definitely. I can agree with that.
Afro Samurai is gonna put their ass to sleep. Rurouni Kenshin is gonna put their ass to sleep. Like I understand we live in America, but come on, let's just be real. Like, ain't too many characters that's developed and created over here. Like, Aang will get his ass handed to him by some of them characters. Aang is not an anime. Like, I don't even know why they got Last Airbender classified as an anime, because it's not an anime. It was created in America.
Yeah, that show wasn't the same.
Well, I mean, Cannon Busters was made by a black guy. It's still anime. It's the style. It's not. I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's really just the style of the.
Anime is derived from manga. If you could draw, hell, we all can draw, and we all drew anime characters, but it's classified as anime if it's derived from a manga.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, because I think just now, because prime example, Megan Thee Stallion doing stuff with, what was it, Crunchyroll?
Yeah, with Crunchyroll.
Yeah, doing stuff with Crunchyroll. So anime is kind of like the hot word now, and it's cool to like anime now, evidently.
Yeah.
And
like,
it's not it's like, oh, it's not a cartoon, it's an anime.
No, it's a cartoon drawn in anime style. Right. If it's not made in Japan, it's not an anime. If it's not derived from manga, it's not an anime.
It's like, you can't just start calling American cartoons anime. That just because look, it's a bidet. No, it's a toilet. No, it's a bidet. No, it's a toilet, dude.
What cleans your ass when you piss and shit in?
Exactly. Okay. Let's see. We talked about. Okay. The gamers? Did any of you guys catch the Ubisoft FORBES showcase today?
I did not. I did see the trailer for Far Cry 6.
Mm-hmm.
Giancarlo Esposito looks very good in that role. They didn't say what country he was a dictator over there, or did they?
No, I don't think so either. I'm trying to figure out, is the kid the main character?
I think the kid is the main character, yes.
That's different. That's what I can say. Different. Had that boy holding a grenade like, oh, you can kill all these people, or you can like.
Yeah, and it's like in true like
the Sith character.
He came with this whole story. It's like he's like, these people are like the grenade. I'm like, where did you come up with this, bro?
Exactly, bro.
Like, did you just make that up?
Y'all got some sick minds over there in that studio, bro.
Yeah, but that's all I checked out, and I'm waiting to see more. I think I played like Far Cry 3 and 4. I didn't beat either one of them, but I haven't dove into this.
Super into them. I will say though, Watch Dogs Legion looked way better. I watched the.
It did.
Yeah, some of the gameplay on it. They kind of talked about you can kind of like pick. You can recruit people, and you can pick any of your recruits of your group or whatever to do certain missions because everybody has specific roles and stuff like that. They kind of showed off who's the main protagonist in the game and stuff like that.
Well, that's been the case, but why did they delay it? I can't remember.
I think. Well, they just delayed it. I think it could have been just bugs and all that stuff, probably.
Probably. Yeah. But yeah, that's been the case. So you just basically recruit anybody you can or anybody you want. Like they had a mission where you're playing as an elderly white lady. Like
now, I will say though, there's like one character that they showed that was like they said they just going like different perspectives. Like one guy that you recruit, he was like a construction worker, but there's one guy he was like an assassin. Bro, they went full blown John Wick with these assassin moves. Like you like tackling, like doing judo throw, and then just popping people in the head. I'm like, I kind of like this kind of gameplay now. I kind of like this.
Yeah, I was ever since they first announced that game. I've been waiting, so I'm mad I didn't see that, but I'll check it out though.
Yeah, the trailers and stuff is up. What else did they show? And they finally showed gameplay for Valhalla. But I mean, Assassin's Creed, you pretty much seen. What they did kind of show off is you can wield any type of weapons and stuff like that. The AI for the enemies and stuff like that do a little bit. They do some stuff different from what they've done in previous Assassin's Creed game. What was kind of cool, it was like, oh, you can wield dual shields. I'm like, how the hell that gonna work? And they show gameplay. Okay. So
I'm just waiting on feudal Japan Assassin's Creed.
That's gonna be hard to do right now, brother.
You know what's fun? You know what's funny? Young brought that up. I was talking about that with my coworker Sydney earlier. They need to make a Assassin's Creed in Japan because I'm like, that's the one place I feel like everybody really wants y'all to go. Nothing against the recent Assassin's Creed and where it's been so far, but let's be real, we are ready to jump on rooftops in Japan, and especially in feudal Japan. So I'm like this. I don't know what y'all waiting on. I ain't gonna rush you, but I'm just saying, wait.
I'm just saying, like, we'd have been to what the first Assassin's Creed was in
Israel.
What was that? Israel. Then you went to
London. You went to France.
France, America. You've been to the Caribbean and Black Flag.
Egypt.
You've been to Egypt. You've been to Greece.
Yeah.
Then you had the spin-offs where you went to Russia and China, the ones that was on.
Bro, I know Egypt is Africa, but I need some like South Africa or something like that.
Right.
But like, it just makes sense to either do. To me, it just makes sense to either do feudal Japan.
Because they've done India and they've done China, but they were on their smaller scale Assassin's Creed games. They were like the sides, like they were more like smaller IPs, but they exist. They're out. They're there. You can play them.
Yeah, do one in Japan and do one with like the Mayans or the Aztecs.
Yeah,
I can feel that. I could definitely feel the Aztec one.
Yeah, because it's just like because in Origins, it showed how the assassin culture just spread out through the world.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They like it's just like this. Like the assassins are basically like the Masons and the Skull and Crossbone.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Organizations.
Yeah,
like they got people everywhere.
I'm trying to see, was there any other? Man, there was some other smaller stuff, but they didn't really mention anything. They didn't mention anything new about as far as division or anything like that. I think that was pretty much it. It wasn't really like these conferences, even though they've been kind of spread out. I mean, it's a little bit of information. I don't feel like it was like the info dump that would have been if we would have had E3 though. But
I was talking to a guy again. I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off, but I was talking to a guy at GameStop today, and rumored the digital only PS5 $350.
I can believe that. Oh, and I heard. Thank you for saying that, because that triggered something else I was going to bring up. The Xbox is doing some type of conference or something on the 23rd, and rumor has it that PlayStation might drop the price like a day or so before that. Before they do it, just to still probably steal their thunder. And Sony just invested $250 million in Epic Games, and they've become minority stake in Epic Games. Who playing chess? Sony. Who invested in the company that's like killing it right now with their own game launch engine and also killing it in Fortnite? Just saying.
Oh my God.
Hey,
I didn't know that.
saying,
That's crazy.
man, like I literally said, bro, like I be trying to tell Xbox fanboys, like get used to just staying in second place. If you ain't had first, like never had first place. So
something real quick
like,
about Fortnite though too. I don't know if any of y'all have played recently. I know some of us probably played in the very, very beginning. They have a rumble mode. It's pretty good. It's like a team rumble. It's like deathmatch pretty much.
Yeah.
What game?
I fell off
Fortnite.
Yards.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I jumped in, I'm like, oh, what's this? And I jumped into it, and you just keep, you spawn, huh?
Last time I played Fortnite was when they had Nano jumping all over the damn board.
The Ubisoft topic. I'm watching the Far Cry trailer right now. Good grief, this looks so real.
Yeah.
I mean, good grief.
Yeah.
It is.
I might play this one. I honestly might play this. I haven't played any of them. I might play this one. I think some of the games are on sale right now too, as well. This weekend.
I'm not gonna lie. I stopped playing Far Cry after, I think, what was it? The one with the cult leader for.
Yeah.
I got pissed.
Then
I got pissed.
when you heard about New Dawn, and I told you he wasn't dead yet, but yeah.
Hey,
oh my God!
What's the PSN free games for this month? I ain't been at home.
Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, NBA 2K20, and some game called Erica.
Yeah,
I guess I did.
Yeah, some people were kind of upset about the NBA 2K20 thing because the game was only like $3 or $4 like a month before that, but anyway. But yeah.
And I think GameStop changed their Power Up Rewards policy where you get like $5 off after each purchase or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, go check it out.
I don't plan on going.
Right. Only reason why I'm going is only reason why I renewed it because after they told me that, because it's like once I start back getting with PlayStation 5, I'm gonna just go buy.
I don't think I'm gonna use it for it. Maybe to get a console because I can pay it down. That's about it.
I'm gonna just buy the PlayStation cards and just buy my games digitally and just get the $5 off on those.
Yep.
So,
all right. I think that's it, y'all. Ghost of Tsushima is next weekend. I'm gonna be playing that for sure. This is gonna bring.
Are you gonna stream it?
Yes, sir. I am.
Yeah.
I play that one. I kind of playing. I'm waiting for that because it's Sucker Punch, and I've been a fan of the Infamous game, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna be good. But yeah, man, we're gonna bring this issue to a close, man. Issue 143 of NerdFlow Podcast. Please make sure you guys follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff on all the social media channels. And yeah, man, we will catch you guys on next week for issue 144.
Wait.
Snap always does this to me. What?
I'm sorry, but just in case anybody missed it, happy belated birthday to our very own Tim.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
Is
I
she
don't know
still
what she
alive?
She may have fell asleep.
Happy birthday.
Happy belated birthday to
It's
you.
happened before.
Yeah,
Well,
she about to sleep. She clicked on, we tell her happy birthday.
Oh, yeah. All right, man. Well, we'll see y'all guys on next week's episode. We out of here.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Good night, y'all.